World Series. Today we play the second game of this St. Louis series from St. Louis as we look to take the series win here in this one, as we won the first one yesterday 2-0 on the back of a strong performance by Kyle Hendricks. Today we send our ace to the hill and they send their ace to the hill. Jake Arrieta 5-3 this season with a 2.1 ERA, squaring off against Adam Wainwright, who has the third best ERA in baseball at 1.72. He's 6-1 and looking like another good pitching matchup in this one. If we can win this ball game, we will have sole possession of first place as well here. I know it's early. I know it's only May, and you see the calendar right there. You see it May 24th, but a win here would go a long way and would also push us, 8 games over the 500 mark, and that would definitely be a place where we want to be, and if we could hold there, that would give us a good chance of making the playoffs. But not thinking about the playoffs right now, thinking about winning this ball game here. Let's jump into it. Our ERA dropped considerably, actually, after last game. Our team ERA now under 3, and looking to improve that there as well. Jake's going to wear the blues, and without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and kick it out to Matt, Eric, and Steve out at the ballpark in St. Louis, Busch Stadium, and I'll be back after this one, guys. Enjoy.
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. Adam Wainwright gets the start for St. Louis in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip, less than 1. What that means, he's allowing less than 1 base runner per inning. Outstanding.
Dexter Fowler heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Number 24, Dexter Fowler.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike 1. And Eric, as we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
And this is a battle of 2 first-place clubs here. Maybe even a couple of clubs that might meet again come October. Who knows? This is going to be a good one.
Wainwright gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. And this is taken for a called third strike as the leadoff man is set down to open up the ball game. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He's been a menace to opposing pitchers lately. He's hit 4 home runs in the last 10 ball games. He's shown that he's a serious power threat, so they better be careful not to leave any mistakes out over the plate.
Into the windup and the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with a quick breather here, a look at the defense for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Matt Carpenter can play a number of positions. He's played second, third base. For me, he's better suited at third base. Very sure-handed. He's got a good enough arm to play over there. And I think he's a bit more comfortable at that position.
Chris Bryant gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. hit to third. On to Moss at first, and the inning is over. A scoreless half inning there from Adam Wainwright. It's the Cubs nothing, Cards coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Jake Arrieta, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Yeah, Matty, real effective outing for him in his last start. Got the win and did not give up any runs. He'll try and do that again here.
Rendell Grichuk comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Rendell Grichuk.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
And they've got to feel good about where they stand in the division. They're on top. They're playing well. But remember, it's only May, so this thing's a long way from being over.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I love what Matt Carpenter brings to the table for this team. He comes in among the National League leaders in batting average, so he's been handling a hot bat all year, and it'll be fun to watch him do his thing in this one.
Colton Wong will stand in now, happy that this series is at home, no doubt, as you see his splits right there. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Matt, there is some feeling that Jansen can struggle occasionally with pitches on the corners. I've seen both hitters and pitchers be confused by his calls on the black at times, so we'll see if that shows up in this one.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, the last place you want to hit the ball against this team, right field. He won the Gold Glove Award last year. He can go get him with the best of anyone.
Matt Carpenter will step forward now. Currently 3rd in the National League batting race to begin playing.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control, 0-2.
Well, if these guys indeed want to get themselves a win here on the road, they're going to need a big pitching performance. And this has been a very strong first inning to this point.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Montero gonna have to hurry. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. After 1, no score. Anthony Rizzo will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Yeah, not really a great performance for him yesterday, but that's just part of this ball game. You have to know that those rough ones are going to come up and bite you every once in a while.
Wainwright's ready. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
And that's the pitch that's going to give a lot of guys trouble, not just the superstars. That is big-time break right there.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Here we go on an 0-2 count. All you have to do is start that thing right down the middle of the plate and then just let it work its way in. Hopefully get a swing through or maybe even a shattered bat.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And you know what, guys? This is a big league battle going on right now. Neither guy wanting to back down. No sign of weakness on either side.
This is flared right back over the mound. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Oh, pretty flashy with the leather right there. This is all the way over on the second base side of the bag. And if he decides to leave this one for the second baseman, forget about it. It's a base hit.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in now. Certainly a dangerous hitter as he ranks number 2 in the National League in home runs.
And he leads this ball club in that department, so he's really been the guy that they're looking to drive the ball out of the yard.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Moss in foul ground. 2 down.
Popping it up is bad enough, but doing it on the first pitch, and out of the zone to boot. I mean, this just is not a good AB. I can tell you that.
Miguel Montero will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. To 2-2 now. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Matt Holliday set to lead things off when we come back. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. And there is Matt Holliday now. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Matt Holliday.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. To first, Rizzo is there, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
Stephen Piscotty will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. Ground ball sent back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Brandon Moss will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, Matty just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
First offering on its way. In there at the knees, strike 1.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
Bottom of the second here with no score. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's gonna give this guy anything he can pull.
The 0-2 delivery. And he sends one deep down the right field line. Hayward on the run. And that's the second out of the inning.
And this is one of those guys that throws what you call a heavy sinker. Normally he's going to get a lot of ground balls, but he leaves this one up in the zone. And I think he's lucky that this ball didn't get hit farther than it did.
Yadier Molina will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
And how about that? He's got the second best batting average on this ball club, so he's having a really nice year for them so far.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
A pause, and the 0-2. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cardinals, who move to the third with no score. Addison Russell will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Wainwright into the windup. First pitch on the way. Back on the hill is Wainwright now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. 0-1. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, you could tell right there. 0-2, he's just thinking about protecting the plate. And he nearly chased a bad one there, but he caught himself at the last possible instant.
Nope.
And that misses 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Tommy
La Stella will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitters. He's not dancing around the zone.
Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now, 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Third inning, no score to this point. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Well, let's take a look at this check swing here in show motion. From this speed, it almost always looks like the guy goes around. Here, well, it looked like a good call down there at third base. I think that bat did break the plane, and that is a strike.
Jake Arrieta will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Reaches out, but he can't get it. It's 0-1.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
2 out, nobody on. And he powers the cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
Well, give him some credit. With 2 outs, a lot of pitchers will just leave that bat on their shoulder, but he's at least taking some hacks and making the pitcher work.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Jed Jerko will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, that was a rough one yesterday, but he's still hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Stepping in now, Adam Wainwright. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
One 1-0 pitch is a sinker swung on and missed, 1-1.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Slider, and he touches 90 with that one. It's 1-2. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And this is swung on and missed, his 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. So in just 1 turn through the lineup, that's already 5 strikeouts for him here in the contest. And as we pull up our Cubs leaderboard, you can see he ranks 2nd on the team in that category.
Well, he's a big part of this pitching staff, and I know they appreciate all the strikeouts he brings to the table. Add another one to his total right there.
Rendell Grichuk stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
But when you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Dexter Fowler will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Out in front of it, strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it, 1-2. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Chopped in front of home plate. Molina is up with it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And the throw is too late. He's on with a beautifully placed bunt single.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris
Chris Bryant stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Holiday is under it. 2 gone.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Runner goes for second. That evens it up 1-1. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. Throw over to first, and he is tagged out here. Boy, a bad mistake that time as he's picked off to end the inning.
What just happened there?
To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 0-0. Colton Wong is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
We're already at 4. Do I hear 5 strikeouts in a row?
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Arrieta into the windup. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's 1 gone. Our next telecast comes your way tomorrow afternoon in high definition as these two teams wrap up this 3-game set. And you get a look there at the expected starters for tomorrow's contest. Matt Carpenter stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Hayward has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, very quickly, 5 pitches and 2 outs here in the 4th. Well, those are the kind of innings you love to have if you plan on working deep into a ball game.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Holliday. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Anthony Rizzo heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Wainwright looks in. First pitch on its way. Slow curveball at 74, in for a strike. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone. Then maybe your offense can go from there.
And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. He flew out in his last at-bat. Curveball just misses, apparently. 1-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
Yeah, a close pitch to take on a 3-1 count, but this might have been just a little bit outside. He winds up losing him.
So a runner at first with 1 man gone, and stepping in now is the catcher, Miguel Montero. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, 2 very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make him bring something up.
Hit hard toward the right side. But they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
Boy, and how they get out of this one with only 1 out on this play is a mystery. This probably should have been much more than that, but they can't wind up making the play.
Here's Addison Russell, as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
If he would have swung at that, you would have never heard the end of it.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so There's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Tommy La Stella digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. And there's the good fastball that time from Wainwright as he gets ahead 0-1.
And in a spot like this, first and second with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
2 down, runners at first and second. That's popped up out towards short right field. Wong is there for it, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back at Busch Stadium right after this. Stephen Piscotty comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. He's gotten that pitch past him twice here. Now, do you push your luck or give him something else?
Let it ride. Keep it out of the zone. See if he'll chase.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA.
Yeah, Matt, so far this season, they rank in the top 5, actually 4th in the National League. When your team ERA is that low, it definitely takes the pressure off the offense a little bit. More importantly, it gives you a chance to win every single night.
Brandon Moss is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
Then you start to wonder if anyone's going to get on base against him again. That's 10 straight now. He's retired.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Ready on 1-2. smoke toward third. Bryant is up with it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. 5 innings complete, and we still have no score. Jake Arrieta makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout, and he's retired here, 1 away.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
So 1 away now for the center fielder, Dexter Fowler. Into the seats, 0-1. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Drilled to the right side, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Jason Hayward steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
Wainwright comes set. Here's the 0-1. Grounded to the right. The second for 1. Back to the pitcher, covering. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Make it 6 shutout innings as he continues to give them fits out there. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6, and we still have no score. Jed Jerko gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
The shortstop, Jed Jerko.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
Hit hard to short. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Number 50, Adam Wainwright.
Stepping in, Adam Wainwright. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Well, you know, sometimes it's that natural tendency to let up just a little bit when you're facing the opposing pitcher. You know he's not going to do much damage, but you got to get refocused here because you do not want to go 3-0 to him.
Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. Oh, and he botches it.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
Rendell Grichuk stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. There's 1. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on the show. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Chris Bryant will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get 2 starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Here comes the first pitch. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch away, heck, you go right back out there until he proves he can lay off.
And that misses up and in. 3-1.
I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Yeah, nothing on the scoreboard yet, so maybe this can be a start as he's on base to lead off the inning.
Anthony Rizzo will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep from rolling over.
And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you, if I had a base hit taken away by a runner getting forced out by an outfielder, well, you'd have to put a straitjacket on me because, you know, I didn't get many hits. That's just a really bad read right there and a real waste of a base runner.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Right side, hit hard. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
Let's train our show motion camera on that runner at first base. Here, he might have had a shot to get around to third, but you see him have to hold up to make sure the baseball doesn't hit him. And by the time he gets going again, he knows he'll have to hold on at second base.
Miguel Montero will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
And he commits to the pitch inside, and he definitely went around. That's strike 1. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
and he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. 1-1, here it comes. And oh, pretty nonchalant that time by Molina as that pitch gets away. But fortunately, no advance. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Oh, on the ground to first. Can this be two? To second for one. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More ahead from St. Louis right after this. Colton Wong steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the seventh.
Still no runs on the board for either team, and it might come down to who can manufacture a run first.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ball game and kept his team in the ball game.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tapped out in front of home. Oh, and no time to get him at first, not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single. Oh, but look here, the manager's up and out of the dugout, so it appears he might opt to challenge that last safe call at first.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there, as we're going to get another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that replay, and we're going to have to see what the word from the dugout is. Remember, the ruling on the field is safe.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Cubs have decided to challenge.
Okay, well, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? Yeah, I think that shot right there makes it look like he might have been out, so this might be a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty.
Overturned, and the batter ruled out.
Here's Matt Carpenter. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Schwarber is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits, both of them are singles. He's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Matt Holliday will stand in again. Couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far. And a first pitch slider is right there for strike 1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Now a ball lined to the left side. And another foul ball. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We are still scoreless. Addison Russell comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
Here it comes on 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1. No leadoff walk just yet as that finds the strike zone, and the count comes full at 3-2. Line hard toward right center, and that's going to be a base hit. So a good start as the possible go-ahead run is aboard to start the 8th.
The batter, number 2.
He is fired up as he heads down to first base. He is now the go-ahead run, looking to put his team ahead.
Here's Tommy La Stella now. Runners on the move for second. Trying to get that go-ahead run to scoring position now as he puts this one down. And he is in there at third as the possible go-ahead score.
The pitcher, number 49.
Jake Arrieta stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
Matt Caesar will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Matt Caesar.
There's the sinker to start him out, missing down and away for ball 1.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
Cut fastball, and it's by him 1-1. Runners are at first and third with none out. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. There to take it in is Carpenter for the first out.
The go-ahead run has to hold there at third base. 1 out now. No gimme that they're going to get him home.
Into the box, Dexter Fowler, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
And the runner's coming home. And they roll the dice with the squeeze, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze.
Oh, my goodness. Are you serious? You're deep into a ball game. You're all tied up, and your manager rolls the dice big time and makes it pay off. How about a suicide squeeze to take the lead? You talk about firing up a dugout. What a call.
Jason Hayward takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
There's a first pitch curveball trying to come back to the outside corner. Didn't get it that time. It's ball one. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Hit down the line at first. Moss is there. Moss will take this one over to first himself, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cubs 1 and the Cardinals nothing. Stephen Piscotty digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Pedro Strop is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Pedro Strop.
Leading off the inning, Stephen Piscotty, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Lifted in the air to right field. Hayward moves over. He's got it 1 away.
You know, this guy's been a savior out of the bullpen for this team so far this season. His ERA is under 2 coming into play, and he gets the first man to greet him right here.
Brandon Moss will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
I think generous is the word here. That looked like it was 6 inches off the plate.
Oh, 0-2. Here it comes. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Pitching certainly has been on display in this one, and there's the evidence of it right there. 1-0 our score, as there are an awful lot of zeros on that line score to this point. Matt Adams will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
32. Matt Adams.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, 97 will get up on you in a hurry, especially when it's your first AB of the night and you're just settling in.
Down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. They still trail 1-0. Nice shot of downtown St. Louis as we're set for the 9th inning here from Busch Stadium. Kevin Segrist will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Brian Pena is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
33, Brian Pena.
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Chris Bryant, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Bryant around first, heading for second. And he'll get in there standing up with a leadoff double.
This is how you make life difficult for that pitcher out there. He's going to get to make one pitch from the windup and then go right into the stretch because this is a bullet down the line. That's a great at-bat there as he gets him going with a first-pitch double.
Trevor Rosenthal will come on now and try to keep this deficit from getting worse.
Trevor Rosenthal.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now, and he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I think they'd stay out there again, maybe for the rest of the at-bat.
No one out with a runner at second. Outside, 2-1. Everything away here, and with pretty good reason.
Yeah, they'll say, left field, it's all yours. You want to beat us that way? Go ahead and do it.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
Rosenthal comes set. Here's the 3-1. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
The batter, catcher, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Even though this is still just a one-run game, this thing could get ugly in a hurry. So if you've got an out pitch, you better pull it out of the bag right now.
That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in if you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1.
Pretty gutsy pitch there. 2-0 changeup for a strike.
First and second here with nobody out. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Still 2-2. Oh, and a huge strikeout there as he certainly does his job out of the pen. And we'll see how they go after the next guy here.
These guys really haven't had all that many great chances offensively. So, you know, they'd hate to see this threat go by the boards. Not a good time for a strikeout at all.
Jorge Soler will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 68, Jorge Soler.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Over for a look here is Holiday, but this is well back into the stands. A foul ball. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Easy there, big fella. 2-2.
And that's exactly where you want to put that thing. Start it right down the middle and trust that its action will cause it to drop.
And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by him.
Addison Russell digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
That's a big run in a game like this. That makes it a 2-run game now here in the top of the ninth. So now you give your guy a little extra breathing room out there in the bottom half. He'll appreciate it, believe me.
Tommy La Stella stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. Looking to minimize the damage here. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
Wow, no chance of getting on top of that fastball. I mean, that's helmet level right there.
Way outside. 1-2.
Yeah, a smart pitch there. If you got him to reach for it 0-1, maybe he'll do it again 0-2.
And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. Only 1 in the inning for the Cubs. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Cubs 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Hector Rondon is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 56, Hector Rondon.
Jed Jerko will dig in for the 3rd time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips.
Jed Jerko.
He starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
And how big was that run they just scored in the top of the ninth? Now, even a home run here won't tie this thing up.
Got a lot of it out to deep left. So they're going back. He can't get there as it falls in. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Oh, and down by 2 runs. The most important thing was to get that leadoff man on base. And mission accomplished right here. Better yet, not only is he on base, but he's up to 2nd on the double. And since there's no double play in order, you've pretty much got to forget about that guy on second base and just make sure no one else gets on.
Diaz will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at 2nd and nobody out. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
Just a touch outside, 1-2.
Yeah, this was right to the catcher's glove. I mean, he hardly moved, but he was just set up a little too far off the plate to get the call.
And he takes strike three cold on the fastball. One gone.
The one thing you learn real quick as a rookie, you don't get any easy at-bats at this level. You got to be thinking up there every single pitch, because guys up here, they'll tear you apart if you don't.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Rendell Grichuk. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
And a good two-strike pitch, but he misses high, 1-2. On the ground near home. On to first, and that means the Cardinals are down to their final out now.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Colton Wong makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the ninth inning.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Yeah, the velocity's good here, but I'm not so sure about the location. That was right down the middle.
And it's quickly 0-2. Looking to keep the shutout intact. Here it comes. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Two out here and a runner at second. And he strikes him out to end it here, as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
Another good win for these guys, and they're playing some confident baseball out there right now. That's their fourth win in a row, so they've got things firing on all cylinders.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he definitely turned in the standout performance in this one. He finishes with an even 10 strikeouts, and he was instrumental in leading his guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 2-0. Good night from St. Louis.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First.
All right, guys, and the Cubs win again, our fourth in a row, and this has been a road trip to remember, that's for sure, as we went into Milwaukee and swept Milwaukee, took 2 of 3 from San Francisco in San Francisco, and now on the verge of sweeping St. Louis in this series, as we got a hard-fought win today. Great pitching performance by both guys. Jake Arrieta in this one picks up his sixth win of the season. Goes 7 shutout innings for us. Had to lift him in the 8th inning there for a pinch hitter with the possibility of scoring a run there. But he definitely could have gone the distance in this one. That's for sure. He was pitching just that good, and he had his pitch count wasn't out of this world at all. Adam Wainwright, on the other hand, again another great performance. Just unlucky, giving up the base hit to Addison Russell to start it off, and we were able to manufacture a run off him, move Russell over to third, and then suicide squeeze him in to get the lead, and then we tacked on another run in the 9th. Chris Bryant scored on an Addison Russell single. So Addison Russell been coming up big for us in this series. Definitely been the hero lately for us, at least in the last couple games here. Wainwright takes his 2nd loss of the season, and then again, another game where we won where we didn't hit a home run. That's 2 in a row where we haven't hit a home run, and we've been able to manufacture runs and just get guys across the plate. Hector Rondon in this one also picks up his 17th save of the season, and that ties him, I believe, for the league lead with Yoharis Familia of the Mets. So we're kind of clicking on all cylinders right now. Been a really good string here since we faced Pittsburgh, when we swept Pittsburgh to end our home series after a dreadful homestand there when we got swept by the Nationals and lost 2 of 3 to the Padres. But we've really come roaring back, and now we're sitting pretty in first place, up by 1 game now on the Cardinals, and we'll look to extend that tomorrow in the series finale here as we send John Lester to the hill. John Lester pitched a good game his last game out, looking to build upon that. He'll be squaring off against the Cardinals' Carlos Martinez, who's having a rough season thus far. Hard thrower, so we always have a hard time with him. He's always got good stuff, and as long as he's on, he'll be tough, just like Wainwright was today. Wainwright definitely got us good today. He was just putting his pitches on the corner and working us, and we just couldn't seem to get anything done until about the 8th inning. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us here on YouTube at Life of Raw Sports Gaming Network, as well on Twitch at Life of Raw Sports Gaming, and then don't forget to give us a follow on Twitter as well at LRSGN. I'm Big Dope 7, and you guys be sure to keep it real.